They attacked an old lady for holding a cross and have taken to the streets across the country in angry mobs. Supporters of same-sex marriage say they're fighting intolerance, but are they the ones who are being intolerant? Joining us right now from Denver is Fox News contributor Michelle Malkin. Good morning to you, Michelle.
Good morning, Steve.
Hey, ever since Proposition 8, the same-sex marriage proposition was defeated, particularly in California, there's been a rash of violence against the people who supported it. For instance, in Carlsbad, a guy was, his neighbors apparently had a yard sign that supported Prop 8. The guy went over and beat him up just because of the sign.
Yeah, and there are tons of examples like that across the country, Steve. The losers of the Proposition 8 battle have shown themselves to be rather intolerant in their fight for tolerance, and it's something to behold. And there are tons of videos on the internet, on YouTube, showing the ugly face of these same-sex marriage mau-mauers. Now, they're not going to stop until they get their way, and they are pursuing their cause in courts now. Of course, the latest is that the California Supreme Court has just accepted the appeals, and the Attorney General in California, Jerry Brown, wants them to hurry up and do something.
Right. And
in no small part because you have these people who look like they're on the brink of full-scale riots.
Yeah, no kidding. We're looking at these pictures right here. Also, I understand there's a restaurant in Los Angeles. The owner had been a supporter of Prop 8, and now for the last 2 weeks, you know, people have been coming over to his place, yelling at him. His customers are besieged. I understand as well that around 8 counties in the Bay Area, activists are doing their best to try to stop the thing from going into law. And Mormons, also evangelicals, and Catholics are being targeted because they supported Proposition 8.
Yeah, it's rather a chilling environment that some of these anti-Prop 8 extremists have created. And you mentioned that the restaurant, the El Coyote Mexican Cafe, and I find those examples to be really the saddest ones of all, because there you had a manager who gave a small donation to the Prop 8 campaign, and they were descended upon by these radicals in Southern California who've been boycotting the restaurant, harassing patrons there, and of course making it a very unpleasant environment for many of the employees at that restaurant who actually supported their cause. And again, in Hollywood, you have the few conservatives who are out there feeling very afraid for their careers. In Northern California, there was a musical theater director who was forced to resign because he had given a donation to the campaign. And then the LA Film Festival director is also under fire for expressing political free speech.
It's just, crazy.
These people do not have the moral high ground, and they really ought to rethink their tactics.
But your point is the correct one. They simply are not very tolerant when asking others to be tolerant. Crazy. Read all about it at michellemalkin.com or hotair.com, her blogs. All right, Michelle, thanks for joining us today from Denver.